Welcome, Accurates. Today, I actually got a little notch in the direction of my plans moving forward from Asmongold. I just heard about it. Also, I didn't get spoiled, so I don't know what happened. But I assume he actually got rid of Twitch? Is that something that he finally quitted? I mean, the man has freaking millions or even a billion on his freaking mind, so he won't miss it at any freaking point. But I'm still interested what happened and why, if that's it.
Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch.
He got suspended. Huh. I mean, he's pretty outspoken. And some of his stuff is definitively harsh. Very, very harsh. But really suspended? I mean, on the other hand, he doesn't have any tits or is naked or gets effed on stream, so Twitch probably doesn't want him that much.
And also what my plans are going forward. I'm going to try and structure this video into two parts, where the first part is going to be me talking about the Twitch.
By the way, this is the interesting part. What are his plans moving forward? Because Asmon has enough money. He already won life, so
suspension. Second part is going to be talking about myself. And the first thing I want to start off with is something that I know it might sound a little bit insincere because of how ridiculous this is, but I really mean it, and if you listen to the whole video, I hope you can see why. Everybody who's come and spoken out and talked to me and said stuff about me, aside from the, oh, you should kill yourself or something like that.
Yeah, that's standard. Even I get those, so...
I want to say that I really appreciate you, and I think this has been something that's a long time coming, and I actually think that this is something that not only I deserved, but it's also something that I needed. And I want to talk about...
The F did he say? For fuck's sake. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, as I said, his freaking thinking is extremely harsh. Extremely harsh. And to a certain point... But still, I mean, for fuck's sake.
What the reason for that is, but I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, some just general, basically opinions that were trivializing the genocide that's happening there.
What? Oof.
I don't really want to mince words or try to oh, I wasn't justifying or promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting. I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force.
I'm gonna be honest. As freaking harsh as many times as I disagree, I would have at least thought that he knows the value of a human life. And I understand that not everybody is on the same page here, but a human life is still a human life. That's nothing that you can take just as granted or something. For fuck's sake, if innocents get slaughtered, that's bad. It's already bad if soldiers get slaughtered. And I mean, even the thing with Poland right now, where they have an open border with shooting people and such. I mean, I agree with those actions, but also I know that people do it out of desperation. But still, for fuck's sake, mate. Fuck.
And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't necessarily think that it was really racist, really, but
no, I don't know what he exactly said, but it doesn't have to be inherently racist. It's just the fact that you don't know the worth of a human life, for fuck's sake. Even, I am a heartless bastard, but for fuck's sake, I know the value of a human life. I know that there are some costs, sometimes you just cannot avoid certain things, but I always value that. Damn, I am freaking shocked right now. This is... Oof.
I'm using language like Palestinians or the people there rather than what my real language was. I've always been very outspoken and very against religious extremism,
Mm-hmm.
and I still am. I think that
Yep. And that's good.
any religion and any way of thinking that's going to cause you to put other people in like kind of positions below you as like like gay people, women, people with disabilities, anything like that, I think that that's a really bad position to have, and I really don't like that. And
I mean, yes, it is. I mean, and as I said, I am also harsh on certain, extremely harsh.
I think
But
that my
fuck me.
problem and my fault here was that I was making a criticism of religious extremism, and I made no effort. And I feel like almost I've rewatched the clip, right, or a number of the clips, and it's like I've almost made an effort not to draw a distinction between the.
Wait. I really have to see it. This is okay. Okay. I see, like the clip. Dude, fuck me. This was. Honestly, I really hope you get some consequences for those words. Because this. Fuck. Okay, good. Okay,
Two
fair enough.
things.
Fair
I
enough.
think that a lot of us here can easily say that we're against religious extremism,
Yeah, a lot of us can say that, but you definitively didn't get this one across.
and I am. But whenever I categorize everybody in the area as this like group,
Yep,
then I'm the asshole, and
yep,
I was the asshole. I had a
yep.
lot of you.
Because you have to remember, just because there are a lot of religious extremists there, doesn't mean that all of them are, or that they are this extreme because of their own choice. There is a reason why a lot of people run away from that, and it's the simple fact that you got the freedom to do what you the if you want here. So yeah, it's
You
fuck.
guys tell me that, and it's taken me. This is what's so crazy about it is that I think this has been going on now for like 2 years. I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most mean-spirited, just like I don't really even know what the word is for it.
I have the perfect word for you. Animal. Simple as that. You devolved in the thing you actually hate. You behaved like a animal. And it doesn't mean that you shit everywhere. It doesn't mean that you're actually just doing direct harm, I mean bodily harm to people. But the way you acted right now, you're an animal. You didn't give a fuck about the human beings there. You didn't give any worth to them, to the innocents, by the way. You looked at them as something for pure entertainment, not living human beings that actually died. And you just got every single one of them, innocent or not, under the same umbrella. Disgusting. Disgusting. But I am happy that he actually recognizes it. But as I said, animal. That's how you behaved. There is no other way how you can actually, well, see it.
Just like the most mean-spirited, rude, like nasty, like just callous, psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this, and a lot of my friends have told me this. My dad has told me this. He said, "You've got to chill out. You've got to calm down." I've been like, "Oh, that old man doesn't know what he's talking about," and I've finally had some level of accountability for that,
Good, by
and
the way.
thank God. I look back at some of the things that I've said and done over the past 2 years, and I don't think that I've been wrong about everything, obviously, right? But there have been ways that I've communicated and ways that I've acted that are indefensible. And I think looking back on it, it's just disgusting. And it's something that when you get lost in the sauce and you get fixated around like listening and reading feedback and just getting hyper fixated, this is like your entire life, you lose
Hmm.
a perspective on reality. and you lose a perspective
Okay, I have to watch that. Definitively. Maybe I can learn something from
on
this.
the world. And I think that that perspective was brought into perspective yesterday and the day before, when I was making comments like this, and I feel I feel so stupid. I it's crazy. So I'm getting all these people making negative comments toward me. Everybody is telling me like, "Oh, go kill yourself. I hate you." Everything like this. Do you know who reached out to me? And they wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay. It's people that were Islamic and people that were had fucking family in Palestine. And how humiliating is that? How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad. And I just
Why is it humiliating? It's humbling. You actually said something and people humbled you to the ground. That's good.
I feel like such a fucking stupid asshole.
You
I
are.
really do. I've always been I guess like I've always been kind of like an atheist, and even as a young kid, I was raised Roman Catholic, and I was always very defiant towards it. And I've
Hey.
always had a negative opinion of religion, and I've
Yep.
also had a negative opinion of religious cultures. And I think that really I think that opinion is definitely shaped by the media that I've created, and the media I've created for myself, and then also just the media that exists, the media that I've chose to seek out as well. And I think that that media has allowed me to have.
Yeah, I can say one thing about this. It sounds like you drink the atheist Kool-Aid. And no, don't even think about it. I am not a religious person. Far off that. I personally despise religion. I don't like how it's run. I don't like the thing. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Out of the same reasons that I don't like uh, the woke movement. Exactly the same reasons, or more or less the same reasons. But every single human being there is still a human being. They can believe what they want, but as long we can live in peace, it's fine. And I don't see them as lesser, because they are not. They are human beings, and that's all. And I think a lot of people that I knew also drink from the Kool-Aid, but at this point where this was the normal thinking, I just totally ejected myself. I just went, nope, I don't think that, and just went out.
Of certain predispositions and certain biases that
Yep.
the truth is that don't have any sort of relation to what my own real life has been experienced, or my own real life experience has been, excuse me. And so I've been spending a lot of time talking to those people, and I've seen people like fans of mine, like I had viewers messaging me on Discord, like, why are you saying this? Like, do you want to talk? Do you want to, like, I'm willing to talk to you, and, like, like, let's try to work this out, right? We love you. And I scrolled up on their messages, and these are people that messaged me in like 2016, 2017, 2018, like, I love your content, I love your stream, I love you, right? And now they get to hear this from me, and I just feel like such a stupid, belligerent fucking asshole. I really do, and I'm sorry. I really am. I think that it's extremely fair to criticize religious extremism, and
Yep.
I think that it's extremely unfair to categorize everybody in part of that group as religious
Yep.
extremists. I think it is, and I'm really sorry for that. I've just been a fucking dick, and it's weird because yesterday I woke up and I didn't know if I was going to get suspended or not, and I had planned on streaming and everything, and I actually got a text message from one of my mods. They said, "Oh, I heard about the suspension. I'm sorry," and I was like, I remember I was like driving, and like, you'd think that like your heart rate would go up, but if anything, I felt more relaxed. I felt like finally I have a moment to just take a step back and breathe and think for myself and just stop, just like get out of my own head. And I spent a
That's
lot of
good, by the
time
way.
like just writing basically a list of all of these things that like I think that I should be doing with my life. And this is going to be kind of the second part, by the way, of the video. Comments that I made were pretty much about religious extremism. I think it's bad, but I've categorized a lot of people in that way that was unfair. It's wrong for me to have done that. I said something that was bad. I should not have said that. I should have chosen my words more carefully. I didn't do that. I doubled down on it. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. That's pretty much. I was a fucking asshole. I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, this apology is already way more than you get with a normal YouTuber or Twitch stream or something like that. Because most people just deflect. So, yeah.
And so, actually, I do know what else to say. I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter. But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do.
Yep.
And so you can take my apology as hopefully better content. And if you're not seeing that, I want you to hold me accountable. Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to ignore it. Mouth is pretty dry. Anyway, so the second part about this is that I want to talk a little bit about like my life, my personal life, etc., and kind of some of the points that I think that I've kind of gone through to get here. So the main thing is that for the past, like, I would say like 10 years or so, if you look at my life like this, I would have said 10 years ago or maybe 8 years ago, streaming was like this, right? YouTube was like this. And now I would say that my life and streaming are basically the exact same size. And what I mean by that is that streaming is my entire life. Doing this is my entire existence. And I think that the process of that has been extremely unhealthy for me. And I think that what it's done is that it's allowed me to become such a one-dimensional person that I'm not even a person anymore. It's like I'm dark.
Interesting reflection. That's... okay.
It's also going hollow or something. And I think about like all of the, you know, like I made a list of all of the things that I'm not doing in my life that I should be doing, and I was writing it down, and I'm like, you know, fucking like I'm just going and going and going. I'm like, oh my god, I think it'd be shorter if I transcribed the Bible. Like this is insane. Like I'm like whenever I have everything written down line for line, it's like, oh my god, I'm ruining my life. I've been existing, and I want to at a certain point actually try to live my life. And I don't think I've been doing that. And so, what am I...
I actually always thought that he's only playing this role pretty effectively, by the way, but that he has like some kind of personal life after this, but fuck me, okay.
What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do that differently? And what does that mean for my stream, etc.? I think that I'm gonna cut down a little bit on streaming quite as much. And I think I'm also going to cut down... This is going to sound like... I hope I can say this in the right way. I feel like the main times that I laugh on my stream nowadays are when I'm laughing at other people. And I look back on videos that I did from 2020, 2016, and 17, and yeah, I've always been an asshole, but holy shit, I've been way more of an asshole. It's insane. And it's a night and day difference. And I've had, again, everybody in the world telling me this, including my own dad, and I've just ignored them. And finally, it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe this is too far. Maybe I need a course correction, which is why I think that like getting suspended in this. I hope that it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And I don't know whether that's going to be true, but I'm going to try to do things differently and make sure to live up to that.
I mean, yeah, if you only make fun of others, I mean, my content is a mix. Drama, funny things, interesting things, educational sometimes. It also depends a bit on how much time I have. But yeah, I think... I didn't look at his content this much in the last time. Like, it is what it is, so... Sometimes, yeah, sure, but... I mean, it's still Asmongold, for fuck's sake. Of course. Sometimes you're gonna hear of that guy. But still, fuck me, okay. Damn.
Reality. And so, what are those things that I'm going to be doing differently? The first thing is that I think I'm going to try. I've been very much trying to like maintain a consistent schedule with my stream, and I will continue to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get up and go to bed at relatively the same time. I want to live a normal life, and also I want to spend maybe a little bit less time streaming, and I want to spend more time creating my own videos and doing my own things and spending time on things that I really enjoy, and basically just
Hmm.
like expanding my existence as a person. I think that ever since I started like OTK and I got involved with that, and then we had like other Starforge and like Mad Mushroom and Mythic and everything, like I honestly, it's been too much for me to handle. Been completely too much for me to handle, and I've
Mm.
been losing my
So you
mind.
overdone the work, yeah, understandable. You need a creative outlet. It doesn't have to be on the stream, by the way, but I understand that the entertainment value would be probably a bit higher. But hey, oh my model is. I have to fix it again. Damn it. Huh? Why? 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 Good. Let's just continue this.
Mind dealing with it, and I try to hide it the best I can because I try to do the best, right? I try to do
Yeah.
my best. It doesn't matter how hard it gets, you just keep going, it doesn't matter,
Yep.
and eventually it does matter. And I think that I've negatively affected a lot of them, and I also don't want to talk about that just in the context of just like this recent controversy. I want to talk about this in the context of the last 2 years. I think that I haven't really been able to fulfill my responsibilities as a leader in a lot of cases to them, and
Mm.
I think that I've let a lot of people down. And there have been things that I've done that are positive as well. But I think that one thing this thing has taught me, this whole situation has taught me, it's made me realize, is that I need to get myself in check. I need to get my mind under control. I need to like just get my life to, I need to fix my fucking life. Like it
By the way, yes, keeping yourself in check is something that you learn when you're older, but not always. And sometimes it's fun being an asshole. Don't get me wrong. It's fun, but it shouldn't be a permanent state
it's
of mind.
it's insane. Like I think about it and it's in shambles. Everything about my life is basically fucked, and I'm gonna take a step back from all of that. I'm gonna step away from my leadership position in OTK and Starforge and everything. I want to, and they're fine with that. They respect that, and I want to do this, and I want to do this not only for them, but mainly for myself, so I can be a better version of myself for everyone. And I want to apologize to all you guys, my viewers, that I don't think I've lived up to that. I think that I can be a lot better than what I am right now, and I don't even think that I've been putting in half the effort that I should be in the way that I should be, and I'm sorry. And so my plan is to, when I get unbanned, I'll keep streaming regularly, right? And I want to focus more on trying to do things that are fun, trying to laugh more with people rather than at people. I'll still laugh at people every once in a while, okay? Like let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But it's about a focus, and it's about a tone. I listen to my tone in the clip, and I just sound like such a piece of shit. Really, at the end of the day, I sound like a piece of shit. I sound like a terrible person, and it's just so mean spirited and callous and just mean. And I don't want to be that person anymore. And uh, I've I've spent a long time growing up. The time I did, I was an r/atheism enjoyer. I have a very
Yeah, yeah.
negative opinion of a lot of religions. I've had the experience firsthand of the negative effects of Christianity and the way that I view that. And I've always read a lot of very bad things about Islam, and I've made a lot of criticisms of it. I've talked to a lot of people about it. I've heard a lot about it, and I've been like watching things about it, and I've been like hearing people telling me this is the way it is, but I've never seen it. And I actually think that after all this, I think towards the end of next year, I think I'd like to visit the Middle East and see it for myself. I want to see it for a historical perspective, right? I would love to go to Istanbul in Turkey. There's no ulterior motive there at all. But it's not just that. I'd love to visit places like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, any of the other.
And by the way, I respect that, but don't get naive. There are very, very beautiful people out there, very good people, but don't be naive. Still, be careful. There are some spots you cannot visit. Don't overtake it. Don't inform yourself and don't visit those spots.
Places. I mean, the truth is that, and this is the worst thing about what I said, some of the places that I would want to visit, I might not be able to because of the way that they're like just the internal strife, the actual literal wars that are going on, people being literally killed there, and I might not be able to do that. But
Correct.
I want to do it and I want to see it for myself because I don't like believing what people tell me. And I think that when I do, I end up being a fool. And I want to see it. I want to see it for myself and I want to experience it. And I want to live my life. And I'm going to try to, like, I don't know, like, clean up part of my house. I'm going to try to do this. And I'm not going to hire a cleaner. As I said, I was raised Roman Catholic. I view this as a penance. And I think I need to do this for myself. I need to take accountability for bad things that I've done and for letting my life get this out of control. And I don't need a get out of jail free card. So I need to do that for myself and for my own closure as well. And I think also I want to live for the idiots out there that they're like looking to me to be a role model, right? Oh, what a good idea. But there are people that will see that and they'll think maybe to themselves, maybe I should do the same thing.
Yeah, no. If you want to look at Asmongold as an idol, take the will to grind, learn from his mistakes, then maybe get the part, but don't overtake it 100%.
And if I can do that for one person, well, I've already done it for myself. I've already done a good thing, and so it could only get better. And so that's what my plan is. I'm going to try to like rethink my life. I have had a lot of people reach out to me, people I would have never expected reach out to me, in ways that I never expected, and I understand that like I'm still very critical about religious fundamentalism, right? But when you paint with such a broad brush that you just include an entire group of people, you're just being a you're being a piece of shit. It's like people said it was racist. I didn't mean it as racist, but if you listen to what I said, it's easy that you could assume that. So easy.
Yep.
So I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking moron. I've been an asshole. I think that I've devolved for the last 2 years. I think that I've negatively affected other people too, in ways that I hate. I don't even hate to say this. Like I think I need to say this. I need to say it more. I've negatively affected people in ways that I regret. I think whenever I go back live again, I'll probably talk about that more. And like there's some just different people I kind of want to apologize to, and take accountability for things that I've said and done that have negatively affected other people in ways that were unfair and wrong. And that's what my plan is. That's about it. I want to say that I hope that now, after you've heard what I have to say, that a lot of you all can see kind of why I'm saying that I appreciate this. I really think that this is something I needed, and I hope that this is the next part of the rest of my life. And I want you guys to hold me accountable to that. So if I'm being a fucking asshole again, if I'm being mean, if I'm just being callous, acting like a psychopath, just treating people awfully outside of a WoW raid when they get killed by fire, but really laughing at people's misfortune, try to say, man, just chill the fuck out, stop it. Just stop. And I'm gonna do my best to listen. I spent 2 years ignoring it, and look where it got me. This is not even the tip of the iceberg of the problems in my life. And I want to thank everybody for making me aware that that's the case. And hopefully I can avoid the iceberg, right? And so I want to say that's pretty much about all I've got. I'm sorry for a lot of people I let down, not just with comments like this, but also just with the way I've been doing things in general. I think that you guys deserve a much better version of me than what you've been getting, and I hope that I can live up to that in the future. And I don't even want to think about it in the future, right? As soon as I get unbanned, the best apology is better content, change behavior, and that's what I hope to do. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own life, and there's a lot of things I think, again, I'll probably talk about more whenever I go live again, that are like more kind of just like kind of in the weeds, like personal stuff. But overall, that's the big picture. That's where I'm at. And so anyway, that's about all I've got, and I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, acolytes, I hope you can think about it what you want, but this wasn't even an apology, it was a call to action. And I actually prefer that than the freaking fake apologies that we always get from other YouTubers when they fuck up. This was actually quite real. So, he fucked up big time, but hey. If he recognizes it and he takes the actions in the right direction, fuck yeah. Maybe I learned something from it. Maybe I also can reflect on what I'm doing here and just, well, it is what it is. But as it is, acolytes, good night.